Hello, how's everybody doing today? Um, how's everybody Saturday? I'm here. Sorry, it's been busy. I wanted to do it on Thursday, and some of y'all sent messages like, "Where's the video at?" And I was like, I haven't responded. I've just been busy, but the most important thing is that we're here, and so let's get into it. It's gonna be part 17. Part 17. Part 17 is gonna be like there is few friends in this world, but large friends. So I'll say the message. There are few friends in this world, but large friends. And many of us has gone through experiences, based on us moving to higher heights, um, based on us moving to another level, based on, statue, based on living, based on getting vehicles, getting a house, and also personal achievement. But however, along that way, I'm sure many of us has encountered where, you know, friends you would have thought you guys were friends like maybe 6, 7 years ago, and it turned out like the person, most likely, envy you, based on you reaching somewhere where they have not before. And this is really important because a lot of us are tested in a way that when something big happens to us that where your close friends never imagined, that's where envy comes in. So there's many things that ties to this where you know they're not really your close friends, but they have these things, and a lot of these things are could be envy, it could be jealous, it could be bitterness, and it could be that, oh, you've transcended onto a new level where I haven't, so I'm actually gonna leave you to stay like that and you won't talk to me again. And that's where it doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, you guys have went through so many sacrifices, so much holding on, so much communication. Whatever happens, I'll be there. Some of you guys promise each other, and then suddenly when that test comes, I believe more than including myself, it happens, and then sooner or later we change. More than 80% of us, fall into that category, and then later, once we realize that what we did was wrong, and then when we want to reconnect with that friend who we did, it could be too late. So it's really important to know the meaning of friendship, because as you know as you grow in life, things tend to happen to you in a way that you can have someone to rely on who's dependent. It could be that maybe your car broke down, and you know this person probably is off today, and then suddenly when you call them, hey, my car broke down, can you help me out? And it could be maybe they have an excuse, or maybe they collide just to try and not get there because maybe they're doing something that's not really important. So type of those categories. But however, real friends in this case is someone like we all know that will stick to you from start to finish, and then also I think I believe real friends are telling you something many of us do not want to hear. And that could be based on correction. That could be based on, you know, just refixing what you said or what you've done to somebody, and your friend is trying to correct you. A lot of us don't want to take correction, and that's where we cannot grow. And that's really important thing to be careful of, because at the end of the day, if you want to grow in life, you also have to hear what people have to say about you. It's really important because at the end of the day, If you don't know, if you do not listen to what people are trying to tell you based on what they see in your actions, your attitude and behavior, we tend to fall into our own self ego. And that self ego can turn us into something that we never expected us, to fall into. It could it could make us more bogus. It could build our pride up, by which worsens our character, and people would think you're this, by which it's not really you. So, a good thing is that when you see, your friends who has gotten to another level, it could be a career, it could be a business owner, it could be a degree, congratulate them. And don't expect something so much for them by you congratulating them, because a lot of us would see, it could be based on comments, it could be seeing us at an event. Just do what you have to do is right, because at the end of the day, they can do something that is wrong, but they'll remember, oh my gosh, at least he congratulated me on this. Why am I doing this? And that's what real friends are. So, real friends, like I said, are the ones that tells you something that many of us do not like to hear. Like I said, based on correction, it could be based on issues, the way you communicate with people. It could be on your job, anywhere. And it's really important to sit down, hear what they have to say, and then you, as the person who's that argument, that issue being brought to you, you have the mind to decide what is good and what is bad. But you also have to be careful not to follow your ego. What you think about, oh, I already know he was like this, so maybe he wants to do that, and maybe he's jealous. So right there, you're just bringing up assumption of what they're saying about you, and you cannot bring assumption, because assumption is not really the real thing. It's like more of an educated guess. So hear what they have to say, take note of it, and then become better with it. Because I tell you, most of the time, if you think you really know yourself, you're it's not that's not really right. And what I mean is that most of the time, the people who are watching you can get more of a picture about you and tell you like who you are and what you fit in, and that's what it's all about. So, like I said, friends, it's really important to know your real friends down the road, because the more you hang out with someone who's not really a friend through so many years and they do something, it can really, pain you. It can really upset you based on the number of years you spent with them. So if you have friends that do not invest in you, if you have friends that do not, you know, call you once in a while, if you have friends that call you just to use you, you gotta cut them out, because we all know like a number one friend, and more than that is God, and close maybe childhood friends that we have. But but the most important thing is that they will do anything, just to keep you abreast, just to keep you away from going through pain, sorrow, and depression. And there's so much people that's going through those states, and that's what is really important for you to text or call. Hey, how you doing? As you're doing that, just that one thing can actually make their day. They don't feel alone, based on what you know some of my friends, and that tells me about it. And I will never forget this. Someone said, I actually asked someone that someone told me before as a mentor. I asked someone, I was like, what is the greatest gift you can give somebody? Some of them say, gifts. Some of them say, money. And I was like, that's not right. Definitely. You cannot, that's not the best thing you can give somebody. The best thing you can give somebody is your time. Because at the end of the day, you don't you don't know, people are dying, people pass away, and once they go up there to the heavenly sky,